Hendo, congratulations. Another thrilling win this time over London Broncos in the Championship. How do you reflect on that one?
Well, I need to get my heart checked, I think. I was having heart palpitations at the end. It was a real thriller, wasn't it? I mean, a great game for any person that was probably new to our game today, coming to York for the first time. And I think for the neutrals, it was a wonderful game to watch. It was really end to end and a lot of drama involved within the game. But ultimately, I'm really pleased that we found a way to get the job done. I thought we had a great start to the game. I thought we came out and I thought we were in control early doors, and it was just, we sort of compounded ourselves with three sort of negatives. We made an error, and I think our next set we gave a penalty, gave a 7-tackle set away when we put the kick in, and then the next time it was a penalty given away. So invited London into some good field position, and they capitalised, and we were 4-0 down. But I thought the team showed a lot of composure to just stick with the process and stick with the plan, and we didn't go away from that. And then all of a sudden it turned for us, and we capitalised on the opportunities that we had, and we went in at half time 16-4 up, and I thought deservedly so. I thought we showed a lot of desire and a lot of effort-based actions, which I thought were rewarded, and I just thought we showed some composure in terms of what we were trying to execute. Flip side, it was a horrendous start to the second half. You couldn't have had a worse start. We come out, we kick off, and we give a penalty away, play 3, and then we're downfield, and they score off the back of that. We go and kick off again, and we give another penalty away, and then we're again under pressure, and they end up scoring again. And I don't think we touched the ball for the first sort of 8.5 minutes of that second half. So had to absorb a lot of pressure. Momentum then was going against us, and other teams may have cracked at that point, and London would have been able to get on top. But I thought we showed a lot of character as a team, and that's what I said to the boys in the change rooms post game. That's what makes them a special group. Things were going against us there. We could have easily shut up shop, but we didn't. We got back to what we do. Drew a line under it, got back onto the process, got back into doing what we had to do in terms of what we're executing, and then it turned for us, and then we were able to get the ascendancy in that second half, and ultimately had enough to go on and win the game. I think we can learn some lessons around some of our game management, certainly towards the back end of the game. I think we almost presented a couple of opportunities there for London to run away and get a late try against us. So we'll have a look at that and sit down with the relevant people and make sure we nail that for next time if we're in that position. But overall, I think it was a tremendous result for us, and much needed as well.
Yep. How are you feeling in those last 5 minutes or so? It was similar to the Sheffield and the Newcastle games.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't do it easy, do we? I think who'd want to be a head coach, dealing with that sort of pressure. But it was, it wasn't easy at times. But again, you've got to compliment the team in terms of the resolve that they showed and the way that they went about, finding a way to win that game, because it was energy sapping conditions, very very warm out there today. Ball control was going to be important, kicking game was going to be important, and not obviously giving away cheap field position through penalties. And I think, and you probably saw that from both sides a couple of times where maybe just lapse of concentration, lapse of discipline, and then the other opposition were able to capitalise, and it was a bit like that, bit tit for tat, wasn't it? But we obviously did enough to get the job done, which is a credit to our team.
Yeah, and you found a way to get the job done without obviously Liam Harris, James Cunningham, Bailey Antrobus, who are obviously missing from last week, and you're not doing it easy at the moment in terms of injuries.
No, we're not. No, when you look at the players that we have got on the sidelines, you talked about there, Bailey Antrobus, Connor Fitzsimmons, they've been our starting middles. James Cunningham, who's a quality player, he's in your 17 probably most weeks. You look at Levi Edwards, who would predominantly be one of your starting centres as well. Jesse Dees, obviously he'd be in your 17, wouldn't he, as well, and Liam Harris is your halfback as well. So, I know we've got other guys as well that are nursing the odd niggle here and there, and obviously Big Paul is still coming back from his ACL. So you take 6-7 of your 17. It's a big chunk, isn't it? It's almost half your squad there. So that puts any team under pressure, and unfortunately for us, we have been having to deal with that pretty much every week throughout this season. So once again, it makes it even more special that today, because again we weren't playing with only one recognised halfback, and we only used two players off the bench that we rotated. That was obviously Jack Teamy and Roman Michael, and unfortunately for the younger blokes, they didn't get used today, and I just didn't feel it was the right game, the way the game was going, to put them under that pressure. And I thought we'd had enough of what we were doing to get through, which we did. But yeah, it's not easy at the moment. I'm not going to lie about it. It's a shame. We sort of get one back and we lose another couple, and but hopefully we'll have a couple back next week to put some pressure on the guys that are currently in, and we'll go from there. But it's a I suppose it does make it a bit more pleasing when you're not at full strength and you can find a way to win, because for me, I think that was London at their full strength today. I don't think they were missing anyone that wouldn't have been in that team, so they were back to full complement, and so that's also a compliment to our players.
Just touching on a couple of individuals, obviously Kumatai, 300 career appearance today, and got up for a try as well. Yeah,
no, really pleased for Akuma. I just think he's been just getting better each week as he's been building back as well. Again, we've only had him back for a few weeks, and he just seems to be getting better each week, and just brings that experience and that calmness in the middle for us, and some nice quality touches, and just really pleased for him on his 300th game that he was able to play his part in the win, and obviously his teammates supported him with that. But I do feel there was a number of other players that stood out. I thought Will Jubb was tremendous today. I tipped him off in the week that there was a chance he's going to have to play 80 minutes this week, and get your head around that. And I also challenged him on some areas of his attacking game that he needed to work on, and I thought he did a really good job for us today. I thought he had some variety around the ruck. With some of the decisions that he made and some of the plays that he put on, and defensively he was tireless, which he is every week, defensively tireless, and he does execute good skill with his passing game as well. So no, I thought it was a good strong performance there from Will, but he's the ultimate professional, mate. He looks after his body. He's a great guy to have around our organisation, and he's reliable. You know what you're going to get from him, and I thought he delivered that and some today, which was a credit. AJ Taus was another one, got a hat-trick, and again I thought he showed some real quality in the way he finished a couple of those tries, because they took some finishing, and again he's another one that I feel, since when I saw him at the start of pre-season to where he is now, the progression and the development that he's making, he's just getting better and better and better. He's nowhere near the finished product, we know, but he's making massive improvements, and I thought he had some real quality contributions today for us, and great to see Ada Hingano back out there, gets through a full 80 minutes, and again I thought he showed some really good touches at times, gives us a different dimension to our attacking game, but I thought he put in some smart kicks at the right time, come up with some really good decisions with the ball at times. There'll be areas he'll argue with that he'll know that could have been better here and there, but overall I was pretty pleased for what he produced, and for him to get through that 80 minutes. And young Ollie Pratt too on debut. I thought, to say he's had a week of training with us, I thought he didn't look out of place in the team at all, did he? I thought he had some good involvements in the game as well. So, but overall it was a real, and I'm singling out probably 3 or 4 players here, but it was an overall team performance, that I thought really competed hard for one another, and obviously showed a lot of character, I feel, to go on and win that game in those circumstances.